Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, guys. Good morning. So I'm just doing a short live before work because I have work in the next hour. So guys, I want to just do a short live just to encourage you on something very, very, very important. I know I have a few people on. Welcome this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I will have, others will watch it later, but share the live. Just a short encouragement, guys. All right? And I'm not going to wait for the crowd. I'm just going to go straight to it. Blessings, Brother Denzel. I'm seeing Sister McLean. Bless the Lord. All right. So I did a post about probably 2 days ago or something like that. 4 days ago to be exact. And it says, it's not happy wife, happy life. It's happy spouse, happy house. Now, what that simply means is, when you say happy wife, happy life, you're talking about the woman being treated, and pampered and taken care of. And as long as she's happy, the house is happy. No go so. My point was happy spouse, happy house. Blessings, Sister McLaren, blessings. I'm glad to see you online. I'm glad that you specifically is online. I said, it's not happy wife, happy life. The wife is happy and treated good and pampered and taken care of. And the husband is just there. It's happy spouse, happy house. Meaning the wife must be pampered. The husband must be pampered. Both people must be treated like the king or the queen they are. And when you treat the man right, the man will treat the woman right. When the woman is treated right, and we treat the man right. So it's 100, not even 50-50. 100. Blessing, sis. It's 100. And what we have is people quoting this thing that I hate, but happy wife, happy life. On a side go. Because, if men were not made with feelings, then we couldn't quote that say happy wife, happy life. If it was only the women alone who have feelings, then you couldn't quote that. It makes more sense. But both the man and the woman have feelings. Both of them have feelings. And so you cannot expect women, for those who are quoting that little thing, you cannot expect to be treated like a queen, and yet they treat the man like him a crap. And you expect to have a good relationship. And you expect the man to stay in the house. You expect him to take care of the kids. You expect him to go work and do all of these things. And then come back and treat you like a queen, and you treat him like him a crap. And not so it work. It's not so it work. And that's one of the most hated phrase for me. I hate it so much. Anyways, let's go to the meat of the matter. So I post that, and this lady, cross when I heard that saying. So she said she don't like it neither. All right. So let's make this. I said that she says, hello women, chatted about the man who pampered them, but what about the brute beast of a husband who bully their wife? There is nothing in this world a man can give a man if the man don't love you. Well, a man can give a woman if the man don't love you. You can't hold him or whatever. So my friend responded and said, no negativity on the post, please. All right. So I quoted, I responded to her. I said, that's besides the point, because many women are brute beasts too. So I said, many abuse men, bully them and drag them to court for child support. I know, and I was telling her, I know of somebody who actually was abusing her husband, like beat the man. So I know a man alone beat woman. Women beat the man, and me I talk about not even worldly, a people in a church. And anyway, she responded, she said, darling, men makes women feel like the S word and dogs every day. And every action bring a reaction. So she's basically saying men, she just has stress on the point, say men are mistreat women. All right? She continued, she reached as far where she said, you all are frightened over man. And I know men by now wait until them find someone nicer than you. Then you will see. I mean, I talk about say this is like a woman in her late 40s, early 50s. I talk like that. A woman that calls herself a Christian. Call herself a Christian. And this is what she's commenting on a post of people who are single in the church. And me as a newlywed, fairly newlywed, December, I'm still new. And this is what she's posting, that we are fighting over man. Just because I'm saying that, it's not a woman is not a woman alone should be pampered, but both partners, the men and the women, must be treated. She's saying we are fighting for men. Now, guys, I don't know who hurt her. I don't know what her personal experience was. Here, she's saying, a man is not a woman is supposed to be treated like queen, and man is this, and man is that, and man is that. But here she is being one of those women. And so I asked her, I said, is it that men are abusive? Men are all that is bad, and women are angels? And how can you say that when you are here being one of those bitter women then? How can you say that? Because you're a prime example of what you're saying women are not. Right? And so I posted earlier, I'm sure some of you see the post. I said, be careful of the advice you take from some of these big women in Zion. Because the truth is, they are in the church. You have elderly folks who should be leading young people. Teaching us young females how to treat our men right, how to take care of them, and how to keep, and all they're here doing is just creating bitterness and trying to mash up people's relationship. Because when she posts like that now, men are this and men are that, I cannot imagine, if she should actually mentor a female or a young married couple or something, having this attitude. And so, guys, I'm encouraging you, be careful of who you take advice from. Young people, be careful of who you take advice from. We have enough divorce. We have enough divorce. We have enough bitter people in this world. We don't need no more. Be careful of who you take advice. Because in this time, you have marriage lasting for just 1 year, 2 years. You now have no 30 year and no 20 and no 60 and no 70 yet. This is how long, and it's because, people are allowing too many people in their relationship. Too many people are having a say in relationship. And those who are here feeling guilty that you have done the same thing, probably give some negative advice in some way concerning somebody's relationship or whatever. I'm talking to you as well. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Be careful. Because, let me tell you, see, my relationship is fairly new, but before I got married, we were courting. I go through all of that. There was only those things that I read, or those posts that I follow, are people who I actually look, at their example, are people who are actually having a good relationship with their spouse and actually spreading that news. Sister McLaren is one of them. I still watch her like every day. I watch her post because this woman, she's on the post, Sister Detonia McLaren. I encourage you, young people, especially those that are just got married, or you're probably young in your marriage or whatever. If you need somebody good to follow in terms of relationship, follow Sister Detonia McLaren. Sorry, I apologize, Sister McLaren. I'm not good at the first name. She is the perfect person to follow. Well, one of them, actually. Let me not. There are other folks. Let me not. But she's a real good example. She's all about keeping the family together, keeping the relationship together. That's what she does. She is all about pampering the man, pampering the woman. That's what she does. When you're taking advice, especially when you're married and you're young, especially when you're single and courting and you're thinking about relationship, take advice from people who you see them relationship at work, or they might try to make it work, or they might people who work at it. Because even though the Bible said the older women should teach the younger women inside, some of them have nothing to tell we. Some of them are not good examples. Some of them are not good. Some of them don't enough, not even have them pray for you or lay their hand on your head. Because then them energy is negative. What they're selling is a fruit full with worms and maggot. It's corrupt. And anybody that is going to mentor you and lead you without having that big book, the Bible in front of them, anybody's going to lead you and cannot point you to a scripture. Don't take no advice from them. Because some people are leading from the heart. That's where they're leading from. Some people are leading from a place of hurt. Some people are leading you from their past. And some of them don't get over their past, yet they're bitter. And let me tell you something, you know, if I should actually get into a relationship based on what I observe in Christendom in terms of the older marriage and so, I would never get married. And based on some of the things that was said to me as a single person, not ready for marriage or even looking at the time, but have it in the back of my mind, most of the things that was said, I would never get married. Because you have people who married for 20 donkey years. And they were like, you better stay single. You better stay single. Because men this. I know the men them are going nowadays. I'm talking about married people now. Discouraging single people from getting married. Anybody at all that is going to speak negatively when it comes to marriage, do not stay around them. Do not stay around them. There's a reason why God created Eve and gave her to Adam and tell him to go forth and multiply. Who was their advisor? It was God. And there's a purpose for the relationship. And that's why God created both of them, male and female. There's a purpose. And some of you don't know how much the devil hates purpose. You don't know how much the devil oppose everything that God wants us to do. And anybody, even when their relationship is not okie dokie and pretty and nice, it's a work in progress. Do not take no advice from no negative people. Take advice from those who will say, go on your knees and pray. Go fast. Take your advice from people who you see actually work or have a good relationship. People you can find an example in. Those who stick to the word. People who don't quote happy wife, happy life. Don't take no advice. I see them quoting, oh my God, especially when their husband or their spouse do something good for them. Oh my God, happy wife, happy life. I'm sorry, boo-boo. I don't believe in that. It's happy spouse, happy house. If you treat the man right enough, you drag him to court for no child support. If you treat him right, him not go leave. Unless he not belong to you. Because if he not belong to you, you could have married him, you could have not up so till you can't not up no more and go leave. Because God not hiding in that. But as long as the person, whether them be good or whether be bad, whether them whatever, as long as you are in a relationship with that person, you treat that person right. If you come in and you say good morning, say good morning. Because you know that and every relationship had to end in divorce. But this one say, you know, I'm supposed to be treated like a queen. I'm supposed to be treated like a queen and not treat the man good. I am supposed to treat it like a king and not treat the woman good. And then the person that is feeling offended by that selfish person decides, all right, I'm going to be selfish too. And so everybody has said, I'm waiting to be treated like a king. I'm waiting to be treated like a queen. So everybody there one side of the bed. I wait for the other to react. But then I say go. It's 100. And before I got married, me need to grow and take advice from nobody, because if we're up to people, trust me, I would never get married. You know what I do? I find some books. I read some positive posts. Anytime I see anything negative or hear anything negative, me keep it away, because I don't want to hear it. I need a good marriage. And some of you young people, you don't want to get married, and it's not because you don't have the desire. It's because some of these old folks tell you all type of crap. And they advertise marriage in the worst way. And they're not advertising it based on what marriage really is, but based on personal experience. Them have issues, and them I tell us that them you go have issues too. I've gotten it. The other day I was at work and I had to really put a man in place. Because I said, we're having a conversation, I said, you know, I don't stay around people who cheat. That's disrespect. I don't stay around people that cheat, and I don't keep company with people who cheat, and the people, especially when their spouse is treating them right. I don't stay around there, I don't keep company with them. And he was trying to give an example like the whatever, and then he went as far as, really? Everything is nice now with your wife, with your husband, but you know, see what I go on. I said, hold up. Don't advise me on your personal experience. Do not. Yours is yours and mine is mine. And not every man is the same, and not every woman is the same. But just in case them fall off or fall from the mark, I will be treating him, if my husband, if it ever happened, which it never happened, because I'm not speaking no negativity in my life, I will love that man same way. And I can tell you now that he treats me like a queen. And I treat him like a king because I deserve it. And any person that's gonna come and advise me otherwise, me not keep company with you. And me not want to hear from you neither. Because me know so the devil hate marriage. The devil hate things that are good. And every time there's something good, he try to come and sow thorn in it. And try to mash up it. He try to mash up your very friendship, regular friendship. Much less a good marriage. Some of you try to lock your ears to people. Lock your ears. And not make title fool you. Not make pastor, leader, mother in Zen, evangelist. Not make no title fool you, because some people have nothing to give. I tell you, there are some single people with better advice concerning marriage than even some married people. Before I got married, I was advising people on marriage. I remember one of my friends, him and his wife is in their like 70s up there, and they're doing like years of marriage. Like years. I don't remember if it was 50 or something. They're doing a long time. Trust me. And he looked at me one day and he said, you know what, you sound like one woman that have been in a relationship for like about 30 odd years. And that's because I educate myself. I educate myself as much as I could outside of a marriage, so that when I'm in the marriage, at least I have something to work with. And some of you, yes, everything happen, or every little minute you need advice from people. Every minute you need advice from people, and that's why you want to know your relationship now work. All the counseling you go to and all it now work. Probably you listen to too much people. And some of the advices are so one-sided. It's all for the man or it's all for the woman. But you know, me like the Bible. The Bible not one-sided. Because the Bible tells me that the husband should love his wife as Christ loved the church. So tell the man what to do. And give himself for it. He must be willing to sacrifice for that woman. And the Bible also tells us in Proverbs that a woman should be virtuous. Because who can find a virtuous woman? Her price is far above rubies. And it tells you how the wife is supposed to, what the wife is supposed to do. That when the man go in the street and walk among his friends, them look upon him away and say, eh? Sharp. The Bible tells us our duty. There's nowhere in the Bible where you say, husband, love your wife as Christ love the church, and then you left out the woman. We have scripture that tells both sides, look here, treat your spouse right. Some of you have people in your relationship just break it asunder. Every day you go in, you cuss, you argue, you fight, and you don't know why. You try to do your best, and the other person not doing best, or the other person doing best, and you don't care. You know why? Because one of you take advice, or two of you take advice from the wrong source. Advice, or two of you take advice from the wrong source. And there are many wrong sources. When I see this woman comment on my post this morning so negatively. So this lady is a Christian, well, late 40s, early 50s. So she should have experience. And they said wisdom come with, years come with wisdom. Or experience come with whatever, years and wisdom, whatever the connection is. But she have enough years to be wise and to speak like a wise person. But she's like, let me say she's 50. And you're bitter. You know what you should be doing at 50s? Watching your grandkids growing. You know what you should be at 50s? Being a good counselor, counseling young people and say, get together. Yes. You know what you should be at 50? A good example. You have enough years to be wise and to be a good example. You have enough years for people to come to you and say, yes, advise me on this, and you have something good to say. But if you're 50 and you're so bitter that you don't even have a good advice to give us young people, something wrong. I just turned 28 in March. And for the years I've been on Facebook, I've been advising on love. A young girl when I did experience the fullness yet. Going through heartache and pain and all of these things. Heartbreak, yes, because I've had a relationship that break me down before. But I was not bitter. I was still giving love advice. Some of the most love advice for you who follow me for years know some of the advice I give on love. And you never know that I did most of them, they do going through a heartache. Even my spirituality feel low where me lick down. And I gave those good advice to my brokenness. As a young girl, and when I reach nowhere yet, I'm just 28 right now. I have these people in church, twice my age, giving all this advice, negativity. I said, guys, you better protect your relationship. And I'm not against advice, because true women in Zion who should teach young people how to treat their husband, their wife right. We lack of those aged mentors. All we have now is mostly young people giving advice. And I say young, I mean like 30s, 20s, even younger. But where are the little 50s, the 70s, the 80s year? Where are they? And if, Some of them, they are so busy doing the wrong things and saying the wrong things. And gossiping and not realizing that, look here, you're raising a generation that don't know to do certain things. They're hooked on technology. I mean, you want to look at advice on marriage, you have to go to Google. You have to go to YouTube. You want to look at advice on this, you have to go. You have to seek, you have to be looking at technology to find certain things. How to. You don't want to know how to set the table, you have to go to YouTube. Or you set the table. Where are the older folks who should be teaching us? You don't know how to iron a man's pants. You have to go up on YouTube. You know what I'm glad about? I'm glad that I had my mom and my father teach me certain things when I was young. Because what I realized, and I said it some days ago, me and another church sister said it online, is that the church should be teaching its own how to do things, especially things that keep the house together. But we're waiting on the unsaved and we're waiting on YouTube to teach young people what to do. And while we are seeking YouTube, you did the negative self. I find you're frightened for man. Happy wife, happy life. And you say one who fail to teach young people what to do or what to say. When you see them go down the road or a backslide and I do all the negative, you turn up on your eye and you chat about them. And you talk about who I leave and who backslide and who not have a good relationship. And you don't realize that you are part of the reason why things not go well in the house and in the church. And if you teach them how to keep the house and how to keep the relationship together in the house, well, church will not have so much problem. Because the Bible make you know say a man who can rule in house. Don't you think about church. So if things not right in the house, don't think about church because God feels are right down in the congregation. You don't know what make that a young person they backslide, or that the young marriage they mash up and you just go to the wedding. What did you do to keep it together? What did you do to contribute to that relationship working? What did you do? What did you do? And you know what we're seeing now? We're seeing young people trying to keep the church together. Trying to keep marriages together. Trying to do everything with the limited, some of them have limited information on how to, and some people, you know, they're quick to learn. But you have young people trying to keep everything together. And the older folks sit in one place and chat them and try to tear them down. Trying to tell young people how to treat their husband and how to treat their wife. What to do, what not to do. Busybody in the relationship and try and mash it up. And you're dead. You're dead if you have a meeting or have some little gathering and say, yes, because we ensure so young people know for iron. Because we ensure so they know how to clean. Because we ensure so they know how to do this, how to set table. Because we ensure so they know what to say and what not to say in an argument. Because we teach them how to keep the... You're dead if you do it. But as soon as you see them start go astray, the relationship now work or certain things don't go on and you see some negative thing, you are the first to chat. Older folks, if any of you online, you can't live so you can't continue so. And for those who are doing what they should be doing as older folks mentoring younger folks, kudos to you. But if you're here and you're not teach young people nothing about you can't chat when them drop off or when them not do right and when they not look right, when they not sound right. Get yourself together. God, the Bible said 70 we get. And by reason of strength, we might live to see older. And you have 70 years and you reach at 50. You have 1 score left. And you waste all 50 and be bitter and spread negative energy. And these things are deadly. They're so deadly. It's not even just deadly to the relationship. It's not just deadly to the relationship because you spread all those negativity. And the woman start be selfish then. Because that's what she was promoting, selfishness. The woman start be selfish. And the man start be selfish. Relationships start not go well. Say they are in position in church, a leader. Say they are husband, they are pastors and you know. Or say there are some leaders in church and the relationship not go well. The relationship stop go well, then start affect the service. Things that I'm not service, then I have a lot of things go on because them not function as they should. Because trust me, a relationship can hit you so bad. A relationship can hit you so bad that it's like you don't even want to have one. You hate the sight. And I believe that's what happened to her. Probably she was in a relationship and it hit her, she just hate the sight. And that bitter energy that you have, be in that position, you start spreading it into the service. Holy Ghost now move. And then you start spreading negative energy. And then when people now worship, and people now get into it, and people now go whatever, you have everything to say. And not realizing that some small things can affect the whole congregation. Some small things can affect the entire congregation. You not right. And you say, all right, go on up there, go sing. And you go up there with your flesh because you're not right. And you sing. And even though you sing like Archangel, the congregation is still going to look upon you. And what if they know about you? Certain little things. It not take a lot. And some of you are allowing some liquor vice in the relationship. Oh my God, it's just one person speaking to me. And he's telling me this. Whatever. You try to run with negative people. Because it only takes a little thing to mash up a relationship. It don't take a whole big thing, you know. Sometimes it don't take a whole lot. What if you not spend time grounded and, you know, planting and ensure everything, the root good on? You can't take a simple thing to mash it up. What if God not idea in it? And we have a lot of divorce in the church today. Let me ask the older folks who are not giving good advice. How many more relationships are you going to mash up? And let me ask the younger folks. How many more negative advice are you going to take? Some of you just married, like myself. And I'm telling you, we don't have much years in it yet. We are still trying to dig the root deeper. Couple months, a few years, still trying to dig it deeper. So that by the time we reach in a certain, you know, we can be stable at a certain age. We already gone through 30 years, gone through 70 years, whatever God give us. But while you're young and in the relationship now, be careful of who you take advice with. Because sometimes wisdom will come with years. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes people grow up big, but they don't grow up. And sometimes people, they're just so bitter. And I saw them try and give a negativity, mash up a relationship. I saw them go on in a congregation and mash up a relationship with everybody, you know. Sister and brother in our chat. Pastor and Satan in our chat. because they're bitter. And they try to break every relationship, allowing the devil to use them. Because the devil hates relationship. Because the devil knows what can come from a relationship, especially a good booming one. The devil knows what can come out of it. And so we'll try everything to tear it down. The devil knows that through relationship, prophets come, teachers, leaders, doctors, judges. You know, some good stuff come out there. You know, some geniuses come out there. You know, so some really strong prayer warrior come out there out of relationship. And the devil is saying, you know, we have enough, so let me try to destroy relationships so none come out. Let them not produce any more profit. Let them not produce any more teachers, any more body for trouble me. Because that's what we do to the enemy when we're strong and we might think that we trouble him. God, come on. Let us be Agar. Let us mash up Abraham and Sarah relationship. Somebody better cast out the bad woman. Some are like Agar. Let me tell you something, protect your relationship. Because Isaac have to come through. The blessing have to come out. And the devil don't like that. And anytime you see people coming up against a relationship like that, are trying to spread negativity, know there's something good in there to come out. Somebody said, you know, people don't stone a green fruit or a rotten fruit. They don't. And it's true, me not stone green fruit or rotten fruit. Me stone the ripe one. The one where have value we can eat. And so everything that is good, the enemy is after it. And we have to be careful that we don't take certain advice. Because people are bitter. You have people who are jealous. You have people who have gone through life and they get much out there and they might ensure so you know get none out there neither. Talking about we are frightened for men if we treat men like kings. I'm not frightened for men. I love my husband. I love him. He's my king and God give him to me and I'll forever treat him like a king because I'm treated like a queen. And if at some point in drop off him still be treated like a king. Stay away from negativity. Stay away from negativity. Now, and everybody will say, Lord, Lord. Not because I'm old and I'm in the church. And I'm sorry for saying old. Some people are, find that offensive. But I'm talking about years now. Not because they're aged people and they're in the church 20, 30, 50, 100 years. Being that they have all the advice they give is good. And even when they're having a good relationship, you try to be careful too. Because I've seen people have good relationship and a bad man other relationship. So the other couple is not supposed to be as successful as them, as nice as them, as, booming as them, have as much as them. I've seen it. Competition. You better find yourself some genuine people who are all for love and peace and joy and happiness. You better find you some people like that. Find you some peacemaker. Find you some peacemaker. Peacemaker. Because some people are not peacemaker. And I'm angry towards folks who go around trying to destroy things that are good. And then newlywed post, you're going to comment. You're frightened for man because you treat your husband like a king. Because I say pamper your husband. Treat them right. Treat your husband right. I'm telling you, young people. I'm telling you, older folks here, older than me and up there, who in a marriage, continue to treat your husband right. Because men have feelings too. Men have feelings too. And the thing is that them not still like we women. Because me, if I have issues, me just lay it down, bloop, as it come out, bloop, everything, like straight. No pretty up, no be one bush. I am having an issue with this. When my husband now have to ask him, you all right, you good? Because men not always, sometimes he come and he tell me, but men not always tell you that something is bothering them. They don't always. And so you see some of them then just get up and go. So I also commented and I said, why do you think we have more single mothers than single fathers with kids? Men just get up and go. That's their thing. They just get up and they just go if they're not happy. When the female, we like day and night, we ningy in our ears and they say, you know, this a bother me, not like whatever, ningy. They're not doing that. Their thing is just probably and talk to you 1 or 2 times, them gone. Especially when it's not a married relation, it's not a marriage or anything like that. Boop, them gone. Because they don't always tell you how they feel or what they're going through. But they have feelings. They have feelings. Also, it's a swear. So, guys, be careful of those you take advice from. I can't express this enough. Be careful where you take advice from. Protect your relationship. Protect your relationship. You have a good man, and doesn't mean because he's a good man, he's not going to mess up sometime, or he's not going to feel sometime, or he's not going to say some things you don't like sometime, or whatever. Sometime. But don't use that for just write him off or whatever. Be patient, because you have to have patience. You have to have the fruit of the spirit in everything, single thing you do in life. Even you get one job, sometimes the boss will go chat to you, fiercely. Sometimes, even in church, sometimes the pastor will go talk to you some weird way. You just wish you left the church. But exercise enough patience. Be patient with people, because not every time you go perfect too as a woman. Because sometimes you go say things and you go offend the other person. Sometimes you go do things and you offend the other person. You're still getting to know each other, especially when you're young. You're still getting to know each other, what likes and dislikes. And even sometimes what they like, go be then dislike too. Sometimes you go be then dislike too. Probably tired of it. Sometimes they don't. You understand, but you have to learn to adjust. Learn to compromise. Learn to love, learn to have patience. And in everything, remember, say, look here, at a man I'm in love, at a woman I'm in love, at them me fall in love with, at them want to spend my life. I remember my vow. It's a person I want. So when you mess up and go on and behave crazy, look here at the person I want. And then me attracted to. Try to make a relationship work, guys. We have enough divorce. We have enough divorce and separation in the church. We have enough. Try to make her, if your relationship don't work, let it not be because of you. Let it not be because of you. Give your 100%. If you want left or if she want left for your business, but you give your 100%. Don't allow certain things to sweep in your spirit, especially as a child of God. Certain thoughts. Oh my God, me I go spite him, me I go spite her. Me I go do this and become offend. Me I go try. No make people chat to you, oh, do this to him. Because some of the truth is, you know, some people don't approve of the person where God give you. And you might tell, oh my God, this person is all for me. This person is, encouraging me right. And the person agree with you to push with that the person and realize that the person have something against your spouse. You know how many people in this world, in the church, are just waiting for something to happen to just separate you. Because they never want you together in the first place. And these are not just some young, jealous people. Some of them are some old folks in church. Some of them even married. They might already pick who you went for married and pick who him went for married already. So when God put you together, they don't like it and they still don't like it. Some of it is the devil and some of them are their own spirit. They just don't like it. Because me not give the devil too much glory. Sometimes the devil do things, sometimes he not do some things. Sometimes we give him too much glory. Because we human beings carry nasty, bad, jealous spirit too. Guys, be careful. Be careful, be careful. Everyone in your relationship. Be careful of the advice they take from people concerning your kids. Them tell you what to do with them. Be careful of the advice they take from your relationship. In your family. You know, because not everybody mean you're good. Some of them sound right, but you're not right. You're not right. It's just like the king, as it come to mind, when Daniel and the three Hebrew boys were in Babylon. And he said, serve them meat, give them meat and give everybody. And it seems all right, so everybody will go get meat, everybody will go eat the same food. It seems all right, but God said, no take the meat, no eat that. Eat greens and pulse and those things. It seems normal, it seems okay, and we will look at them and wonder, what is wrong with meat? But that would have offended those boys. Probably in a spiritual or physical say it would have offended them. And we don't know because they never ate it. But just like how it look like a nothing. It just look like, you're trying to put the logics together. What is wrong with the meat? Why they shouldn't eat it and everybody, you're trying to put it. So it is that some advise them come and then it seem like nothing wrong with them. You wonder, but God know why you take it. God know why you eat from that the table there. God don't want you to eat because whatever you take from people, whatever you consume from people, whatever you consume, whether physically or spiritually, becomes a part of you. And if you stay around people who continue to tell you negative things, you know what, you're going to be a negative person because they go take, look at time, what's like if you start friend them up and love them up because of what they must say to you. You become a negative person afterwards. And you're all about negativity. If I allowed that woman to feed my spirit this morning, I say, oh my God, man, you know what? I probably start act away towards my husband. Because the transfer of the negative spirit, the transfer of the negative energy. And some of you, you're not in a relationship, some of you got divorced. And there was not even a concrete reason. There was not even a good reason and you don't know why. And you left the person and still a desire the person. There was not even a concrete reason. But you know what? Some of it is negative spirit getting involved. Negative energy. Things that you allow in your relationship. Things that you allow. Things that you saw. Things that you didn't get rid of. Things that you know that other people bring to the relationship. And instead of fighting it out, you just... But let me tell you something. For those who are married this morning, you better protect what you have. You better treat that man like a king and treat that woman like a queen. You better make that thing work. And ignore all the odds and the bad and all negativity and what people are saying. Look here, there's something that should come from every single relationship. God is expecting something from it. There's something that God expects from you as an individual, but there's something that He's expecting from that relationship. Some of you, God is expecting that prophet, that next world changer, that teacher, that pastor to come through your lines. God have an expectation on all our relationships. There's one. And there's a purpose. They don't just get together. And even if you have gotten together without asking God or whatever, there's something that should come from that relationship. Whether it's a lesson or a blessing, something should come from that relationship. There's an expectation. But guys, all I'm saying is, be careful of who you take advice from. And everybody mean you're good. Be careful of the advice you take from even your best friend concerned. Let me tell you something. You see, when out of my friends there, it was 4 of us. And all 3 got married before me. All females got married before me. And you see, when them find them spouse, when them get married, when they engage and are going up to married party, you know what I do? I take for myself. So I'm your friend. I was your best friend, but look here, I come out of that then now. Whoop. I'm not your best friend anymore. You and your husband are best friend. Me are just your friend. Me demote myself, I'm just your friend. See, so when you have certain things in your relationship, don't run to me. You can come to me, but look at everything you bring to me. Go sit down and work it out with your spouse. Sit down and work it out with your spouse. I'm your friend. If you want somebody to talk to after you have tried and nothing right, and you want somebody to talk to, you can come to me. But me demote myself, I'm no longer your best friend. Your husband and your wife is your best friend. They are your best friend. And some of you have your relationship and you run to other best friend. Man, I run to man best friend. Girl, I run to bed. Every little thing, you run to your mother, you run to your stepfather, you run to your father, you run to your sister, you run to every smart and I hear all of these voices. Everybody, the least good thing you run. And some things can just resolve by just sitting down and say, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, and blah, blah, is gone. No need for another advice from outside. We have to be careful of the voices. Because the enemy does not like relationship. Good relationship. The devil like when you and the man and the woman in a cascas every day fight it out and go on and they pity them and happy and when they tear apart and then this gonna court for this and this. The devil like that. The devil like destroy every single relationship. And try to destroy it between you and the spiritual people, like your brothers and your sisters in church. And try to destroy it out your own bloodline. And try to destroy it because the devil wants isolation. The devil wants to get you in a spot by yourself. So if him can get you in a spot by yourself in a year relationship, you're in a trouble. If he can corner you by yourself and start feed out some things, you're in a trouble and your relationship are going to mash up. If you don't do something about it. Because the enemy try to isolate people. I saw in this relationship, isolate you because he want to get you to himself and feed you some negative stuff. And convert you from a child of God into a child of the devil. Poor man no want to turn in your house with you if you run out. Because you're in there, they cuss, nyama, every day. You cuss, you get up, you cuss. And the Bible said, you know what, youth? You better you do it on the rooftop down with a brawling woman there. Every day, no. Woman get up and miss up on the man. Or the man, every day get up and you have a woman. You have an issue with the woman. Alright, so you usually love that they look there. I don't like it no more. And the devil start pointing him out the road and say, look this up. See one nicer woman there, no one. Because the man is allowing negative energy, the woman is allowing negative energy to feed in, and then after a while, they just start not have much feelings towards each other, and then them go outside, and also the ministry will go outside too. So the church will go outside too. Husband on one side, wife on one side, picnic there. Separation. And Sister Moffett, Latoya Moffett says it happened to Adam and Eve. Yes, it happened to them. Them allow the negative energy, negative spirit and those words to sweep in them spirit. Then relationship start go far from God. Because the enemy start causing separation between God and him people. Them Adam and Eve and God. Try to separate that. And then he try and separate Adam and Eve and the relationship and the kids and sweeping some. The devil is so cunning. And the devil is not going to come to you like that man I say, yo, I want to kill man. He's not going to come to you big and bad and rough. He might come to you like somebody who have your best interest at heart. I care for you. And I didn't mind them. I said, look here, watch me, I'm going to lick him. Watch me, I'm going to damage him. And every kiss a kiss. Some of them are marked for the target. Ask Judas. And everybody will come and say, mean you're good, mean you're good. And everybody, and if you can get the relationships in the church, if you can separate the relationship between friends, between brothers and sisters, between husband and wife, between parents and kids, if you can separate the relationship, the devil can get in and destroy anything. Anything. Because relationship is the most important thing in this world. God never wanted to create a religion. God wanted to create a relationship. He wanted to create a relationship. Guys, I cannot say it enough this morning. Protect your relationship. Protect your relationship. Change up that they heart there. Tell them if it change your heart. Make you stop be bitter. I pray for those who are around you, that while you are healing or while you're getting better, hopefully in Christ, that you not damage the relationship around you. That you're not the reason why somebody they cry or a bawl because their relationship mash up. And you have to be careful of what you're saying in people's relationship. Be careful, and some of you need to stay out. And every time they come to you, if you say, all right, my advice, some of them if you say, look here, go to your leader. You deal with what you can deal with and say, yo, go to your leader. Go to your leader, especially when you're close to them. Go to your leader. Because, I don't know about you, but one of the worst feeling, one of the worst feeling is when is being responsible for somebody's tears. Being responsible for somebody's tears or somebody hurt. Worst feeling. And one of the worst things you can do too. Guys, those who are married, protect your relationship. Those who are courting, you get enough information this morning to protect your relationship. For those who are single and you have heard some negative thoughts concerning marriage and right now you feel like you don't desire it or you don't want to get into it because of all that you hurt, go to God and tell yourself to remove that spirit, that energy, that negative energy, because the truth is every single person wants someone to love. God create us with that part, that desire to love somebody. Whether you want to say you want to live in denial or not. All of us have a desire. Have a desire. As long as you have flesh, you have a desire. To be with somebody. Unless God make you a eunuch. Which you probably have feelings too, but you just have the thing to act on it, you know. But we all have feelings to love somebody. Don't live in denial and don't let nobody curb your mind from loving somebody. Don't make nobody curb your mind. And if you're courting right now, don't let nobody come in and give you all advice. Don't eat from everybody's table. Don't eat from everybody's table, because what I know is that poison they usually show in a food. Nobody put poison in a food and make it obvious. And that's why when they put things in your drink and they put things in your food, they mix it and they make sure it's nothing no show. Because if you see something, you will not eat it. And some of you, if you see what was in the advice that many have for you, you would not even take it. But poison not show. And because poison don't show, be careful. Be careful of who you take advice from. Make sure you say every single piece of advice that you get. You don't say agree on spot right there. Run it through your brain. Look down the future. Look down into the future and say, you know, if me take the advice and no, what going to happen after? Analyze it before you accept it. And if you have people, if you know people who are negative, especially when it comes to relationship and you're a married person, those are not the people to keep company with, because they might not come and advise you certain things. But there's a thing called transfer of spirit. You and them good, you and them alright, them don't forget the relationship. But every time you're in your house, you and your husband and your wife are fight and argue for no reason. And you wonder what get into you. Why did you get so angry? You feel so guilty, you run go apologize because you don't know what came over you. Guess what? The person might not say nothing to you, but there's a transfer of spirit. There's a spirit lurking around. And you as married people, you see when you get your house, be careful of those spirits that you invite to your yard. Be careful of those. Hey, I remember one time when I was single, and I hear my pastor wife say, you know what, I know everybody me invite to my yard, you know. And we never understand it until you get down into the details. Some people can't let off. You hear them say, I know everybody have coronavirus, but some are carriers. They not have it, but them are carriers. Some people, it's not that they have this thing for mash up or break it, but you're carrying something that wants to break it up. And you try pray at your house. Pray out your house. Learn to pray at your house, especially when you have visitors over. Learn to pray at your house. Because you don't know what spirit they're carrying and dropping off there. Especially when you are young. Young in your marriage. Pray, learn to pray out your house daily. When you're getting up to pray, not just bend down on the bed and walk around in your house and pray it out. You think devil know? Hey, if devil can't step in a church and can't step in your house too. Guys, I have work to go. And up here I'm gonna be a little late, but guys, I'm seeing that it was worth it. It was worth it. But guys, protect your relationship. Protect your relationship, not just the marriage, but your family. Don't take every advice. And don't make years and age and title or status fool you. And everybody who come pretty and nice and look like they're ready to help is here to help. Some are here to destroy, but them have to disguise. The devil have to disguise himself, because if you know a devil, you're not going to listen to him. If you know the devil, you're going to shun him, because a child of God, you're going to shun him. But the devil is going to come disguise. He's not going to show him arm and him how they want to portray him as Fark and whatever. He's going to come like your beautiful, your wonderful, good-hearted best friend. Your good-hearted leader. Your good-hearted elder. Your good-hearted everybody. It's good to take advice, you know. Because sometimes we do need advice. But the thing is that you have to be careful. And you have to run it through your brain. Run it through your spirit. Run it through the word of God. Run it through. Strain it, strain it, strain it. Strain it. Sometimes when you reach to strain it and everything gone through, you realize you have some little dust, you have little nicky gritty, you have little this, you have little that left by. Because guess what? And all that was hidden in it. You have to look at it. Because the truth is, and everybody are going to make you know so they don't like your relationship, and everybody are going to make you know so they don't like your spouse, or they don't like you. Not everybody is going to come out right. Because not everybody playing and board. And everybody are going to talk about the things them. So guys, be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. And don't be afraid. Some of you want the group and you want the company and the friendship, so you're afraid to cut off. As in, not cut off the relationship as me not go chat to you, but that closeness, that bosom. You're afraid to remove people from out of your bosom. But for the sake of your marriage, for the sake of your spirituality, for the sake of your ministry, for the sake of the relationship with you and your saints, and let me tell you something, some people would not backslide if that pastor, if that sister, if that brother, they just run with some negative people. They would not. But some of them take in certain voices and then they start act out against you and fight you right out of the church. People, backsliders will tell you, oh, somebody make me backslider, they make me backslider. And somehow we will dumb it down to and pretend it's nothing. Dumb it down, that's a little thing, you never have to backslide, but trust me. You see, when the devil turn up in our people for use them against you, sometimes changing of assembly is the best option. Starting over, sometimes is the best option. If you go turn, then you go dead. Because you go isolated, and you go turn right in this one dead. Probably strokes or heart attack or something will you. Because it not only affect you spiritually, but physically too. When you're in an environment where nobody don't agree with you, nobody don't like you, or some negative energy, trust me, it destroy you there too. Protect your relationship. And single people, do not be afraid to get married. I'm doing, August now would have been probably 8 years. Yeah, about 8 years, 8 months. Lord Jesus, that's how far I reach. 8 months. 8 months. And I love my husband. That man is a king. I love him. And he treats me like a queen. And I know he loves me too. And trust me, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to go forth, get married, and bring forth. Do not be afraid to do that. Do not be afraid, to get married. Ignore the negative saying. And for those who are having issues with their relationship, cut out some of the voices, man. Go down and knee city and talk to God. Ask him what you do. Or if you know somebody, a prayer partner, with a good prayer warrior, somebody who not selfish or one-sided, or somebody who is not going to pick up for you and be afraid to tell you no. Get them and pray. And say, me need some advice, me need some help to pray about this. And sometimes it's good for not chat to people neither, because sometimes friends turn enemies and things happen. But go down and ask God, God, what me do? Or you not only have to do that, you can just sit down and say, all right, let me see. If I do this, the person get offended. So, let me stop doing it. Look into yourself. See what you did wrong. All right, looking at a person and say, all right, why am I doing this? I offend me. Talk to the person, look here, when you do this, you offend me. And maybe some people are not that stubborn. Some spouses are not that stubborn. They will listen. And then again, you have to be careful how you communicate. Because you cannot come to me to talk about something and be disrespectful. So you have to be respectful how you deal with your situation in your marriage. Sometimes things are resolved by just respect. The way you communicate, respect. You understand? So guys, as I said, protect what God has given you. Protect your relationship. Don't be afraid to get married. Be careful of negative people. And remember, wisdom doesn't always come with years. So be careful of those who come and say, yeah, me have my experience. Be careful. Go to God. Because not everybody mean you good and the devil not mean you good. My phone is dying now. I have work to go. But guys, be blessed. Be strong. Be courageous and do not be afraid. Live boldly. Live boldly. Speak boldly. And in your relationship, I should also tell you this. Do not be afraid to say I'm wrong. Do not be afraid to apologize. Do not. Be the first to apologize at all time. And I'm telling you based on what I do. If I think I offend, and sometimes I'm not even offend, but I want to say sorry because I want a good relationship. Sometimes it's just guilt. And my poor little husband don't ever take offense. He don't ever take it. But because me guilt, me just feel like, me don't want to offend him. Me just want to love him and me don't want to offend him in no way. So I'm like, I'm sorry. Me a horse now, so guys. The voice. But guys, I hope you have a blessed day. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. And you can share it, the live, and let people see, to be careful. My tea get cold because my voice I bought tea and I get cold because I did lie. But guys, have yourself a blessed day. I'm getting ready to go to work. Love you. I'll read your comment and respond after the live. All right.